Hi students, this is the respiratory system. The parts in the pharynx. See, the pharynx have two parts. There are three parts. They are nasopharynx, oropharynx, laryngopharynx. The last class we learned about the two parts in the pharynx. They are nasopharynx and oropharynx. The first part of pharynx is called nasopharynx. Into it here, water opens, internal nostrils and eustachian tube is opens. Internal nostrils or internal nares and eustachian tube is opens into nasopharynx, and also contains here pharyngeal tonsil. Now coming to second one is now oropharynx. Oropharynx means it is the middle part of pharynx is called oropharynx. Now this oropharynx it communicates with the buccal cavity or oral cavity. It contains two pairs of tonsils. They are palatine tonsil and lingual tonsil. Palatine tonsil and lingual tonsil. So this total we have three tonsils. Number one, what is the pharyngeal tonsil, a pair of palatine tonsil and a pair of lingual tonsil. The three tonsil they are made by the lymphatic tissue. If any kind of infectious agents they are reach the pharynx here, they were immediately killed or destroyed by these tonsils. Here in some children's, so whenever they get the infectious agents here, now these tonsils are inflamed. Whenever inflammation of tonsils unable to breathing, so that is called tonsillitis. And coming to next one, laryngopharynx. The third part of larynx is called third part of pharynx is called laryngopharynx. Now the laryngopharynx it opens into the esophagus posteriorly, and anteriorly it is anteriorly opens into the larynx. Posteriorly opens into the esophagus, anteriorly opens into the larynx. Now it serves as a passage of food and air, means the air and food separated through this region. Though your air and food here enter into buccal cavity, these entered air and food they are separated at this pharynx. At which pharynx? Laryngopharynx. Therefore, the laryngopharynx is the common passage for food and air. Now let us come to here larynx. That is coming to larynx. Larynx is the next part of the respiratory system. Where is the larynx? Larynx it communicate with the or it connect the your pharynx. It connect the pharynx and trachea. Between trachea and pharynx, what is there? Larynx is there. Between trachea and pharynx, larynx is there. Larynx is also called voice box. Larynx is also called voice box. Now this larynx which is covered by or protected by nine cartilaginous rings. So they are the first one here epiglottis. It is a leaf-like elastic cartilage. Now it is useful for prevent the entry of food while the breathe the air while the breathing along with the ingest the food. Your food is never enter into the trachea. So due to prevent the entry of food particles into epiglottis, that is the use of epiglottis. Epiglottis is the leaf-like structure. It is covered over on the surface of larynx. It is made by the elastic cartilage. What is the use of epiglottis to us? Epiglottis it prevents the entry of food into larynx. And followed by the next cartilage is called thyroid cartilage. Thyroid cartilage is the largest cartilage on the surface of the larynx. Thyroid cartilage is the largest cartilage. It is present on the surface of the larynx. And third one, what is that? Cricoid cartilage. Third one, cricoid cartilage. The circular cartilage in the surface of larynx is called cricoid cartilage. And followed by these three are the unpaired cartilage. They are thyroid, cricoid and epiglottis cartilages are the unpaired cartilages. Whereas what are the paired cartilage? Arytenoid cartilage. A pair of arytenoid cartilage, a pair of corniculate cartilage and a pair of cuneiform cartilage. A pair of cuneiform, a pair of corniculate, a pair of arytenoid cartilages. So these are the paired cartilages which are present on the surface of the larynx. Now coming to here Adam's apple. Adam's apple, the anterior prominence of the thyroid cartilage. See, this is thyroid cartilage is the largest cartilage on the surface of larynx. Anterior prominence of the thyroid cartilage is called Adam's apple. Now it is larger in males than females. మనం గొంతు దగ్గర తీసుకున్నట్లయితే కొందరి మేల్స్కి ఉబ్బు ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట థ్రోట్ దగ్గర, దాన్ని మనం ఆడమ్స్ యాపిల్ అంటారు. అది మేల్స్లో ఎక్కువ పెద్ద కనిపిస్తుంటుంది దెన్ ఫీమేల్స్. మేల్స్లో ఆదమ్స్ యాపిల్ పెద్దగా ఉంటుంది. ఆదమ్స్ యాపిల్ అంటే ఏంటంటే లారింగ్స్ మీద ఉన్నటువంటి యొక్క థైరాయిడ్ కార్టిలేజ్ అనేది స్పష్టంగా ఉబ్బి ఉంటుంది. ఆ స్పష్టంగా ఉబ్బినటువంటి యొక్క థైరాయిడ్ కార్టిలేజ్ యొక్క నిర్మాణమే ఆదమ్స్ యాపిల్. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెల్ డెవలప్డ్ ఇన్ ఆర్ లార్జర్ ఇన్ మేల్స్ దెన్ ఫీమేల్స్. దట్ ఈస్ స్పెషలైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ that one. And followed by next one, inside the larynx here, inside the larynx consisting a pair of folds of mucous membrane. Inside the larynx here consisting a pair of mucous folds called here vocal cords. Which vocal cords? True vocal cords. The true vocal cords which are present inside the larynx, which are able to here production of sound while the here exhalation of air. Now coming to the space between the two vocal cords in the larynx. The space between the two vocal cords in the larynx is called rhemoglottis. Rhemoglottis. The space occur between the two vocal cords. Space between two vocal cords. Space between two vocal cords is called rhemoglottis. So due to influence of the androgens, vocal cords are usually thicker. Due to influence of androgen, vocal cords are androgen influence, vocal cords are thicker. Usually the androgens are more in secretion in males, therefore the vocal cords are thicker and larger. In males, androgen secretions are more, therefore in males vocal cords are androgen influence. Due to androgen influence, vocal cords are developed. Usually in males vocal cords are larger and thicker. So because of here in males androgen secretions are more. Androgens means the male sexual hormones are called androgens. Androgens are male sexual hormones. The male sexual hormones are more in secretion in males, therefore vocal cords are larger and thicker, and here produces low pitch voice. They can vibrate it very slow, so because of they are thicker and larger. In the case of females, the androgen secretions are less. The male sexual hormones are present in the both sexes. Here in males and females, these hormone secretions are present, but in males these secretions are more than females. Therefore in females here the vocal cords are thinner and smaller. Small and thin vocal cords are present in the females, hence female produces high pitch voice. Why the females produces high pitch voice? Due to small and thin vocal cords are present. In the case of males, vocal cords are larger and thicker. Thicker vocal cords unable to produce the high pitch voice, therefore produces low pitch voice. That is the specialization of this one. Now coming to here, a pair of false vocal cords also present in the larynx. Now they do not have role in the sound production. A pair of false vocal cords also present in the larynx. They do not produce the sound production. And followed by next one, what is that? Trachea. See, this is the trachea. Is also called windpipe. Is a straight tube. You are located anteriorly to the esophagus. Anterior to the esophagus, it extends from the larynx up to the mid-thoracic cavity. From the larynx, it extended from the larynx up to the mid-thoracic cavity. At divide at the level of fifth thoracic vertebrae. at the level of fifth thoracic vertebrae. It divides the two branches at the level of fifth thoracic vertebrae into two branches. They are called primary bronchi. These are called primary bronchi. Now the wall of trachea is composed by C-shaped rings. The wall of trachea is composed by C-shaped rings. Here C-shaped rings, cartilage rings. Here C-shaped rings of hyaline cartilage and smooth muscles. Wall of trachea is covered by the C-shaped cartilages, hyaline cartilage rings, and which muscles? Smooth muscles. The open part of each C-shaped cartilage ring faces posteriorly toward the esophagus. The open part of each C-shaped cartilage ring faces posteriorly toward the esophagus. These cartilage rings prevent the collapse of trachea. అంటే ఈ సి షేప్డ్ కార్టిలేజ్ రింగ్స్ అనేవి ఎటు ఓపెన్గా ఉంటాయి అంటే ఈసోఫాగస్ వైపు ఓపెన్ ఉంటాయి. అదే ట్రాకియా వైపు ఏమో క్లోజ్ అయిపోతాయి అన్నమాట. మరి ఈ కార్టిలేజ్ రింగ్స్ వల్ల యూజ్ ఏంటంటే ఈ ట్రాకియాను కొలాప్స్ కాకుండా కాపాడుతాయి అన్నమాట. అండ్ kept the trachea always open and prevent the collapsing of trachea by the cartilaginous rings. And followed by next one, bronchi and bronchioles. See, this is a bronchi and bronchioles. Yeah, the trachea divides into the left and right primary bronchi, each of which enter into the lungs of that side. See, this is a primary bronchi. These two primary bronchi which are opens into their corresponding two lungs. This is a right primary bronchi opens into right lung, left primary bronchi opens into the left lung. So these are called bronchi. After enter the primary bronchi into their corresponding lungs, and they are divided into another branch called secondary bronchi. So these are called secondary bronchi. See, this is the trachea, and trachea is divided into the two branches called primary bronchi. Now these primary bronchi which are enter into their corresponding two lungs. See, these are the lungs. Enter into the corresponding two lungs. So these are the lungs. After enter the primary bronchi, and they are divided into two branches here. They are divided into again two branches. So these are called secondary bronchi. So these are called secondary bronchi. And then later second bronchi again divided into another two branches. They are called tertiary bronchi. Now this tertiary bronchi again divided into several bronchioles. They are called primary, secondary, tertiary bronchioles. Now the primary, secondary, tertiary bronchioles, they are end with the terminal bronchioles. These terminal bronchioles, they are end with the alveolar ducts. Terminal bronchioles, these are called bronchioles. Now these bronchioles are divided into primary, secondary, and tertiary bronchioles. So finally the tertiary bronchioles are divided into terminal bronchioles. Terminal bronchioles are subdivided into microscopic respiratory bronchioles. Now which in turn subdivided into alveolar ducts. See, these are okay student, here coming class we will tell tomorrow class about the structure of bronchi and bronchioles.